Staple. Fastener. A staple is a type of two-pronged fastener, usually metal, used for joining or binding materials together. Large staples might be used with a hammer or staple gun for masonry, roofing, corrugated boxes, and other heavy-duty uses. Smaller staples are used with a stapler to attach pieces of paper together. Such staples are a more permanent and durable fastener for paper documents than the paperclip. Etymology. The word staple originated in the late 13th century from Old English stapel, meaning post or pillar. The word's first usage in the paper fastening sense is attested from 1895. History. In ancient times, the staple had several different functions. Large metal staples, dating from the 6th century BC, have been found in the masonry works of the Persian Empire, ancient Iran. For the construction of the Pasargadae, and later Kapı-i-Zertasht, these staples, which are known as dovetail or swallowtail staples, were used for tightening stones together. The home stapling machine was developed by Henry Heil in 1877 and registered under U.S. Patent Number 195603. Heil's companies, the American Paper Box Machine Company, Novelty Paper Box Company, and Standard Box Company, all of Philadelphia, manufactured machinery using staples in paper packaging and for saddle stitching. Advantages. Most kinds of staples are easier to produce than nails or screws. The crown of the staple can be used to bridge materials butted together. The crown can bridge a piece and fasten it without puncturing with a leg on either side, e.g., fastening electrical cables to wood framing. The crown provides greater surface area than other comparable fasteners. This is generally more helpful with thinner materials. Paper staples. The term stapling is used for both fastening sheets of paper together with bent legs or fastening sheets of paper to something solid with straight legs. However, when differentiating between the two, the term tacking is used for straight leg stapling, while the term stapling is used for bent leg stapling. Citation needed. Staple strips used in modern staplers with a coin for size comparison. Staples in use, showing the front side, center, and two examples of the back side, the legs bent outward on the left and inward on the right. Specifications. Modern staples for paper staplers are made from zinc-plated steel wires glued together and bent to form a long strip of staples. Staple strips are commonly available as full strips with 210 staples per strip. Both copper-plated and more expensive stainless steel staples which do not rust are also available, but uncommon. Vague. Some staple sizes are used more commonly than others, depending on the application required. Some companies have unique staples just for their products. Staples from one manufacturer may or may not fit from another manufacturer's unit, even if they look similar and serve the same purpose. Staples are often described as X/Y, e.g. 24/6 or 26/6, where the first number X is the gauge of the wire, AWG, and the second number Y is the length of the shank, or leg, in millimeters. Some exceptions to this rule include staple sizes like number 10. Common sizes for the home and office include 26/6, 24/6, 24/8, 13/6, 13/8, and number 10 for many staplers. Common sizes for heavy-duty staplers include 23/8, 23/12, 23/15, 23/20, 23/24, 13/10, and 13/14. Stapleless staplers cut and bend paper without using metal fasteners. Standards. There are few standards for staple size, length, and thickness. This has led to many different incompatible staples and stapler systems, all serving the same purpose or applications. 24/6 staples are described by the German DIN 7405 standard. In the United States, the specifications for non-medical industrial staples are described in ASTM F1667-15, standard specification for driven fasteners, nails, spikes, and staples. A heavy-duty office staple might be designated as F1667 STFCC-04. ST indicates staple, FC indicates flat top crown, C indicates cohered, joined into a strip, and 04 is the dash number for a staple with a length of 0.250 inches, 6 millimeters, a leg thickness of 0.020 inches, 500 micrometers, and a leg width of 0.030 inches, 800 micrometers, and a crown width of 0.500 inches, 13 millimeters. In the home. Staples are most commonly used to bind paper. A mechanical or electrical stapler may apply them by clinching the legs after they pass through the paper. When stapling with a stapler, The papers to be fastened are placed between the main body and the anvil. The papers are pinched between the body and the anvil, then a drive blade pushes on the crown of the staple on the end of the staple strip. The staple breaks from the end of the strip, and the legs of the staple are forced through the paper. As the legs hit the grooves in the anvil, they are bent to hold the pages together. Many staplers have an anvil in the form of a pinning or stapling switch. This allows a choice between bending in or out. The outward bent staples are easier to remove and are for temporary fastening or pinning. Most staplers are capable of stapling without the anvil to drive straight leg staples for tacking. There are various types of staples for paper, including heavy-duty staples, designed for use on documents 20, 50, or over 100 pages thick. There are also speed point staples, which have slightly sharper teeth so they can go through paper more easily. In business, staples are commonly considered a neat and efficient method of binding paperwork because they are relatively unobtrusive, low cost, and readily available. Large staples found on corrugated cardboard boxes have folded legs. They are applied from the outside and do not use an anvil. Jaw-like appendages push through the cardboard alongside the legs and bend them from the outside. Saddle stitch staplers, also known as booklet staplers, feature a longer reach from the pivot point than general-purpose staplers and bind pages into a booklet or signature. Some can use loop staples that enable the user to integrate folded matter into ring books and binders. Outward clinch staples are bind staples. There is no anvil, and they are applied with a staple gun. When applied, each staple leg forms a curve bending outwards. This is in part caused by the shape of the crown, which is like an inverted V and not as flat as in ordinary staples. Also, the legs are sharpened with an inside bevel point, causing them to tend to go outwards when forced into the base material. These staples are used for upholstery work, especially in vehicles, where they are used for fastening fabric or leather to a foam base. These staples are also used when installing fiberglass insulation bats around air ducts. The FSK paper sheathing is overlapped, and the two layers are stapled together before sealing with tape. In packaging, staples are used in various types of packaging. Staples can attach items to paperboard for carded packaging. Staples of stitches can be used to attach the manufacturer's joint of corrugated boxes. Staples are used to close corrugated boxes. Small, nominally half-inch crown staples can be applied to a box with a post stapler. Wider crown, nominally 1 1/4 inch staples, can be applied with a blind clincher. Staples can help fabricate and attach paperwork to wooden boxes and crates. In construction staples are commonly larger, have a more varied use, and are delivered by a staple gun or hammer tacker. Staple guns do not have backing anvils and are exclusively used for tacking, with the exception of outward clinch staplers, used for fastening duct insulation. They typically have staples made from thicker material. Some staple guns use arched staples for fastening small cables, e.g. phone or cable TV, without damaging the cable. Devices known as hammer tackers or staple hammers operate without complex mechanics, as a simple head loaded with a strip of staples drives them directly. This method requires a measure of skill. Powered electric staplers or pneumatic staplers drive staples easily and accurately. They're the simplest manner of applying staples, but are hindered by a cord or hose. Cordless electric staplers use a battery, typically rechargeable and sometimes replaceable. In medicine, surgical staples are used for the closing of incisions and wounds, a function also performed by sutures.